popote ulipo katika nchi yetu, ukiwa kaskazini, kusini, magharibi, mashariki, bonde la ufa, popote ulipo nasema karibu. Jina langu ni Alfred Mutua. Mimi ni Mkenya na kweli najivunia kuwa Mkenya. Sina masuala mengi ya kutajia hivi leo, ni kuomba tu msamaha. Tulikuwa tumetangaza ya kwamba hapo awali makatibu wakuu walikuwa paswa kupanga foleni ili waweze kuchunguzwa na pia kupimwa katika harakati ya kuongea kuhusu ugonjwa wa ukimwi. We had planned to have a public testing of all permanent secretaries, HIV testing public, because it's very important for government officials to take the lead so as to stigmatize the disease. So we want to do it publicly. Unfortunately, the ones who are going to conduct the testing were not actually very ready, and because it's a matter of bringing a whole thing here. You do the testing, you give the results and everything, and as a result, and also because some permanent secretaries we realized were out of the country, we pushed it to next year, January 12th. We will call you to come and witness as senior government officials publicly undertake the HIV test to show that there's nothing to fear, and that it is important for every person to know their status. We find it very hard to comment at times on what appears to be analysis and speculation by envoys, the American envoy back to his people in his own country. How is he supposed to respond when you say that our president and our prime minister, who are the leaders that we have in this country, are a stumbling block to reforms, and yet they're the leaders of the reforms? They're the ones who are marching across the country, pushing for a new constitution, and you call them stumbling blocks. So some of it, for lack of a better explanation, reads like fiction to us, which we believe maybe just a way of talking about it. Police reforms and some of those things are hard, but let me comment on the Kenya-China relationship and say that the Kenya and China relationship is very strong and very important to us. This is a Kenyan policy that was started a while back when we decided to shift from just dependence on one side of the world and look at what the other side of the world has to offer. Relating with China does not at any way lessen our relationship with countries like the United States or UK or France and other countries. When you make new friends and they become closer to you, it does not mean that the friends who've been close to you become your enemies or become less important. But we should not be restricted from making new friends. So if the Chinese government is interacting with us, that's okay with us. And so if they have a problem with it, they can communicate that. But I think they're just reporting what they were talking about. About the Kenya-Chinese relations and about weapons to Somalia. I mean, since when can Kenya be involved in getting weapons to Somalia? We are trying to solve the problem in Somalia. In actual fact, carjackings, as you've noticed, have been talked about in the last few weeks. Quite a number of carjackings in Nairobi are being conducted with weapons smuggled into Kenya from Somalia. So we are suffering as a result of weapons there. So it's preposterous to say that we're involved in sending weapons to Somalia. You see why I'm saying it sounds like a James Bond script. Keep the leaks coming. Just let me know. Whatever we've talked about, I've already read. There are things that will be said. It is important for us to note that these leaks are American embassy communication with their head office. They are filing reports of their assessment, of their analysis, of their intelligence that comes to them. Does not mean that what they file is accurate. It is their personal interpretation of events as they see them occurring in the various countries they are in. So it's very important to bear that in mind.